Who are the true owners of the world? Then,
It is very difficult to identify specific people, but there are dynasties. There are groups, right? If you take practically all the products you use in your life, from formulas that didn't even exist 50 years ago, from disposable diapers to adult diapers, it is a group of 2 or 3 large companies that control practically everything industrialized or financialized that exists in the world: BlackRock, Vanguard. However, the book does not specifically address that. My book is specifically meant to provide another red pill. Our discussion is simpler. What is the true concept of inflation that is mentioned in Ludwig von Mises' 6 lessons? 100 years ago, no one accepted that inflation was an increase in prices. If you accept that, you are renouncing all technological gains. The world has advanced technologically in the last 20 years. And has the price of gasoline increased or decreased?
It has increased, that's right.
This means that the government printed money beyond the inflation level, beyond the level of efficiency gains. If it only increased the monetary base, what increases efficiency is for the price to remain stable.
it is good to explain what negative interest is. Why is it that by investing and even gaining, they are losing? What is the concept of negative interest?
The following is true. State has 3 ways to collect money. The state can collect money through taxes, which it has already reached the limit. If you have any questions, Laffer curve demonstrates this very clearly. Nowadays, in fact, the state would collect more by reducing the rates of several taxes, right? This already demonstrates that it can no longer increase revenue. If the state charged 100% income tax, would anyone work? There is a second alternative, which is borrowing. However, the state's borrowing has an exponential curve.
Like anyone, right?
You can borrow $1,000 will cost you. Borrow more, less guarantee, less fulfillment. They will require more covenants, more guarantees, more collateral, and more interest.
This is also not a solution.
The third solution that the modern state, in fact, the great book by Professor Olavo, The Garden of Afflictions, explains exactly this. The problem of the inevitable and inexorable exponential growth of the state, like the mayor of a small town today, has more power over our lives than any emperor 100 years ago. So, the third possibility that the state is using is seigniorage. It is the dilution of the value of things, including morality, through the unlimited printing of money. Because the real, like the dollar since 1971, is a fiat currency. It has no backing, and there is no security regarding how many reais will exist in a year or 2. And the dilution, as it has happened, systematically we explain, including in the book, the intergenerational cycles. There are cycles of a generation of 80 years. There are cycles of 4 generations. There are millennial cycles. And in these cycles, it has happened several times, 100% of the time, that there was dilution of the currency, that there was fiat currency. Fiat currency turned to dust and society collapsed. This is what happened with hyperinflation in Weimar, where most of the middle class experienced prostitution to buy food. This is what happened in Austria. This is what systematically happened in all experiences of the social state.